I'm not going to ask questions, I'm just going to roll with it. Salut, Polly, this is El Pistachio. We're going to continue with Dream Up, Fakemon, my region. You know the drill. Today we are going to look at the first Pokemon that come after my starters, which are the obligatory regional rodents. In my case, I decided to go with porcupines, highly stylized porcupines. One is orange, one is blue, and the blue one was supposed to be a mix between a porcupine and a ballista, right? One of those old siege weapons. Their names are Porkupike and Ballipine. So, let's get to it. Well, actually, maybe I should first give some context about what a regional rodent is. It all started with Rattata from the Kanto region, and ever since every region had some kind of small normal type rodent, or in some cases just a small mammal, and it was the one that you could get early in your journey. Overall had pretty low stats, not very competitively viable, but just enough strength to get you through the early part of the game until you caught something stronger and better. And in this case, it was these guys who were meant to be more defensive because they had the, if I recall, it was the rough skin ability. So anytime you made physical damage with them, you get some damage back. Alright, I think that's enough backstory here. So, Fakemon. Pokemon based on porcupine, orange fur with large conical spikes on its body. Quadruped. We're not making the same mistakes as the iguana, marine iguana. Short legs. Large black nose. Angry wide eyes with small pupils. Furry ears. Maybe I should put fluffy ears just to be safe. Long, fluffy tail. White belly. Maybe I should specify that the spikes are silver. Silver spikes. Once again, pretty straightforward. I have a feeling this is going to be a short video. Oh, hang on. I always seem to forget this little detail. Style. I wish there was a better way for me to describe the tail. I don't like it just being fluffy. Actually, you know what? Since I have the space to do so, let's just do that. Long, flat tail with fur spreading outwards. How about that? Also for the legs, I'm just going to specify they're clawless. Where did I put the... Oh. Clawless legs. On its back, not its whole body. No teeth. This time it's going to be intentional. I think this should be sufficient. All right, let's leave it up to Dream Up. I'll be back with you once this is finished. Okay, a lot fluffier than I anticipated, but I mean that's kind of what we have to expect with modern Fakemon as well. They're not going to be as subtle with their designs. So let's start with this one. Well, it definitely is a porcupine. The colors of the eyes is reversed, however. Okay, polydactylism is still present here. Although, well, I mean, it only has 5 claws, but it does look like it has 2 foot on its right arm, each with its own claws. I mean, this one turned out okay. And for my taste, it looks too much like Jolteon. But then again, it wouldn't be the first time that Game Freak has recycled designs or elements of its designs. I still feel like the Dene, for example, looks too much like Raichu. Well, the snout looks okay, actually. Although it does lack a white belly. Instead, they opted out for a white mane. Maybe it has a tail, but I just can't see it because it's facing forward. I mean, overall, not a bad design, per se. Just not what I was looking for. Next one. Pretty much the same thing, except now the whole face is black. As well along with the legs. The eyes aren't even symmetrical. One looks very tired, and the other one's like, huh? The legs are nice, but the amount of digits is asymmetrical. So I guess we're going with Chernobyl again. Actually, wouldn't that be interesting if they have a Chernobyl region? Although that probably would not sit well with people who are involved. And besides, if anyone wants a radiation accident themed fan Pokemon game, there already is Pokemon Uranium. I've tried it out; it was pretty fun. Maybe I'll do a let's play of it in the future, but I would have to censor all the music. Let's see here. Honestly, there isn't much else to say. Pretty generic design for a generic rodent. And it looks a little different. Now the legs are a complete mess. It looks like a bit of a raccoon, which actually would help with the help it look less just like a flat-out porcupine. None of the spikes are conical, I'm afraid. I think I can see a glimpse of a tail right here. The other thing is, I think this mouth here looks too monkey-ish. Okay. Well, the designs are consistent, but not a match of what I was looking for. So we'll try this again with the evolved form. So, Fakemon, based on a porcupine, Pokemon Ken Sugimori style. Let's get this out of the way right away. Blue fur with yellow underfur. Let's try that. Large fangs, or you know what? Large canines. I hope it doesn't mix that up with dogs and the teeth. Black nose, angry eyes. Let's see. Long front legs, short back legs. Actually, no, yeah, short back. Claws. Sharp white claws. Claws. Shoulders have, how would I call this? Branch, spike, protrusions. How do you spell protrusions? With spikes on them. I guess I got it right. On top and bottom. Spiked ears. Large wooden spear on back. Short tail. Yellow stripes on legs. Should I give it a beard just because of those little hairs? Sure. Alright. Fluffy jaw, actually, would be sufficient. Actually, one more thing I want to add. Where did I put the protrusions? Conical. Silver, conical, on top and bottom. And ballista. Just to be safe. What's wrong with that? Ballistics? No. Okay, it's good. Can we get this problem again? The joke's not funny the second time. Oh, normal type. Okay. I'm eager to see what this creates. I'll see you soon. Oh boy! What is this? Well, I got the protrusions right. But, I should have specified quadrupedal. That's what I messed up. Okay. Note to self, from now on, always specify bipedal, quadrupedal, and so on if applicable. Well, this one looks silly, but does not have a nose. I don't see the ballista part. This one is just Flareon with a poor choice in facial makeup. And this is his butt. I see the tail. Well, I'll give it credit. It doesn't look like immediately look like anything that would be just considered a Pokemon, just flat out an animal, or flat out a porcupine. So it's bipedal, against my wishes. No yellow stripes. Instead, it has yellow eyes with slanted pupils. White belly is there, sort of. Lots of spikes on its on top of its head. Protrusions are metallic, and they seem to have metallic bands rather than spikes. And same thing here, except now it has also golden ears, perhaps. And the protrusions are missing. Or maybe they're folded on its back. And this is essentially the same thing as that. Minus some of the... minus one arm. Yeah, actually, it also looks like it has a beak rather than a mammalian. It doesn't have even fangs. Maybe I should have specified fangs instead of canines. Next. Okay, this is closer to what I was looking forward to. But, wait, seriously, what's with the monkey mouth? This is an orangutan with claws. This is not a porcupine. And for some reason, it's also been given a blue belly instead of a yellow belly. And the colors have been reversed. At least it has a black snout. Even the eyes are not Kensugimori, like Gen 1 eyes. Triangular eyes. Maybe I should specify that. Triangular eyes. I wonder if it matters how specific I'm going to be with my details. It will never look like a Generation 1 Pokemon. Well, one way to find out is to do every single one of the Pokemon in my Pokedex. Oh, I guess that is that this supposed to be a shoulder protrusion? Maybe. It's in both cases it was lacking the projectile on its back. Okay, here it is. There's the wooden projectile. Okay, and I have so many designs to look at. I don't know where to start. I guess we'll have to read this like a book. Doesn't look much like a hedgehog. It just looks like. I mean, yeah, that's the problem. It looks more like Sonic the Hedgehog rather than a porcupine. I'm starting to think that because there's so much Sonic the Hedgehog fan art on Deviantart, it's gonna have an influence on my Fakemon whenever they're gonna be mammalian. Okay, another butt picture, and it looks like it's taking a large poop. Another fox-like head. This one has a peg leg made of stone. A very long yellow mane. I think this is the penalty I get for writing canine in the description. No shoulder projection, but it has a rocky cheek. This one has no eyes. This one has no face at all, just an opening. Could be a almost an alien from Darwin 4. One of my favorite documentaries. And this one has a wooden projectile as well, but it became its own arm, it looks like. This one has no eyes. And it has... it's supposed to have long front legs, but instead it seems to be rising its butt in the air. Okay, this is just an explosion. This is just the tail that's left behind. Okay, more tufts of fur. This is a case of crossbreeding gone horribly wrong over the years. It has no neck, hardly a body, and this one is at least trying to be cute. It's holding the stick in its mouth, almost like it's dragging it. And this is pretty much like one of the early iron trees, except with a rhinoceros nose. This didn't go quite as I planned. I want to continue, but you know what? We have the free prompts. Let's keep going. Okay, we're gonna do some birds now. Regional birds. Again, not my proudest designs. One is flat out a Chikidy, and the other one a Magpie. So I might as well just get these out of the way. Maybe if I could remake this one, I would give it some maestro hair, like Leopold Stokowski. At least I finally remembered to write the names down. We have Chikidy and Magbeak. Again, not very creative names. Okay, let's just put in the prompts before I embarrass myself. Chikidy, Pokemon. Okay, apparently I don't remember how to write that properly. Okay, here we go. Fakemon. Normal type. Flying. Normal flying type. Black head with white stripes on the side. Folded wings. Long black tail. Clawed feet. What could possibly go wrong, right? Conical beak. Yellow eyes. What else? I think I'll spare it. Spare explaining the colors. I'm pretty sure the AI will take care of that by itself. Let's see, Mori style. Even though it's never what I'm getting. Is that really all I can come up with? Maybe I should make the picture more dynamic. Singing attack. Because it is a songbird after all. Yeah, I'm not going to waste much more time on these guys. Let's just get this over with. I'll see you when it's done. Okay. This one's angrier. And while it has a folded wing, it has another wing here. Because I guess it couldn't choose between just it standing still. The white stripe has been moved on its eyebrows. Which I actually would be a nice segue for it having... and again, music conductor hair. Honestly, not too bad. That's what upsets me. It's not too messy of a design. Claws. The claws are yellow, actually. Maybe I should have specified gray claws. I'll do that for the evolved forms. Also, for some reason, looks like it was meant to have a clawed or a closed beak, but then it has the mouth anyway. So now you can see it two ways. Either it has two mouths, or it only has an upper beak, and the lower jaw is kind of like Halucha. It just kind of opens there with the body. Not much else to add. At least the black tail is faithful. Next, we have... this one looks more innocent. The wings are a little short, and it's pretty pudgy looking. At least the claws... Actually, the claws, I do appreciate that it's more like what I had in mind. Not too many details. Actually, if I recall, I just thought of that on it by itself. Very big eyes. Should probably, yeah. If I had to make a change from my original, I'd probably make its size bigger, like this too. And lastly, okay, this is a little too good now for my liking. Big forehead, angry eyes, very angry eyes. Feet are good, although probably a little too... I don't know, something's off about this little part here. And this one is trying to act fabulous as well. A little bit of fluff here. Probably would want to tone that down for an official design. I guess more, unless this is part of the Kensugimori prompt I asked for. No, this wouldn't be a bad beak design overall. But I like the other one's tail. So maybe if I ever have to remake Chikidy, I probably would take elements from each of these three designs. So yeah, this should be one of the uses for AI, is just to get inspiration. It should not be the final product. Okay, let's go with the final stage and wrap up this video. Fakemon, Magpie Fakemon, Pokemon Kensugimori style, music conductor hair on head, white white hair on head like a music conductor. Black head, large gray beak, blue stripes on wings, bird flying. Actually, just normal flying type. Gray legs, long black tail, singing attack. That worked well last time. Why not? Clawed legs. Clawed legs, please. Triangle, angry eyes. I didn't mention eyes already, did I? No. Okay. Again, I'll limit the amount of color I'm going to put in there. Yeah, I guess this is going to be enough, actually. Okay. Let's put this one in there as well. Be right back. Looks more like a woodpecker than a magpie. Not triangle eyes, and no music conductor hair either. I'd say it failed the assignment. Instead of having a blue stripe on the wing, it's on the legs somehow. Even the lower beak is blue. Yeah, not quite. No, that's not quite what I'm looking for. Let's try the other ones. Once more, it has the wing in the air. I guess it got the prompt white hair on head, but it didn't. I guess there isn't enough fan art of music conductors. That's something else in mind, honestly. There's the blue stripes. It has also a blue tail. A lot more white in this design. Also, the beak is very... I mean, magpies are part of corvids, right? Maybe I just haven't looked at a lot of magpie pictures. I should really have a better idea of what their beak shape is. Alright, now the feet here are a complete mess. It wants to start here, but then it suddenly moves here. And I guess it has a proper idea of what anatomically a leg should be, but it just didn't quite make it. And also, it looks like its leg has an extra joint right here. Looks broken if you ask me. And lastly, yeah, too happy, too cute. I don't like it. Even the hair on its head doesn't mesh well. It just kind of splat on there. It's almost like turkey-like with all the tail feathers. Just no, just no. Not, it doesn't even have in claws. Too gray. Honestly, the longer I look into the eyes, the more it looks like it wants to take me into a void of some kind. Oh well. This does gives me hope for my own skills. I just have to get better, and I don't have to worry about any of these outdoing me. So, what did you think? Did the AI fix my work, or not? Video's over now. Bye.